Is it recording? It's recording. Okay, here I go. Okay, let me get situated, guys. Okay. It's kind of hard to get up around right now. Hey guys, back again with another video. Okay, I took some notes for this video because life is lifing right now, and I'm going through. I'm emotionally all over the place right now. Okay, not emotionally, but I'm all stirred up right now. It took me a long time to want to even think about making this video, right? So let's talk about it, you guys. Come on in the kitchen, get your drink. I have iced tea in this glass. I know it's a wine glass, but I have iced tea. So let's talk about it. You're stronger together, even in the midst of life's storms, right? We're going to talk about how love is tested when life gets messy, okay? So, I took some notes so I can stay on track because, again, I'm kind of like, I can't explain it, you guys. I'm just going through, life is lifing even for me right now. That's what I'll say. I have a walking boot on my right foot, so I can't drive. It's hard for me to move around. I'm walking around with a walking boot and a cane. I injured myself and I'm on the mend. The pain is no more. I don't have a lot of pain, so I'm on the mend, but I can't like move. I can't do what I want to do. I can't drive. It's a lot of stuff that I can't do right now. So it's got me feeling away, right? Excuse me, guys. So this video was kind of hard for me to make. I've been trying to sit down and do this video all day. But I feel like it's important. I feel like it's necessary that we talk about the effects of hard times, the effects of life just lifing, the effects of SHTF in our lives, right? So we all know that, we're seeing what's happening, you know, in our everyday lives, in our families' lives, in our friends' lives, in on social media, in the news or whatever, right? People are losing their jobs. They're getting furloughed, getting fired, forced into early retirement, whatever it is, right? People are seeing that it's going to be hard to retire if you're not rich, if you're just regular like me. It's going to be hard to retire. They keep pushing up the retirement age. It's hard to save for retirement. Your 401ks and your pensions are not guaranteed because one blip in the market and whoop, there goes everything, right? So when life gets lifing, we have to understand, and understand that your family is not your enemy. They are your teammates. And teammates need to huddle together and figure out ways and strategize on how to survive life storms. And it can be done. I am living proof that it can be done. Now, this is going to go for people who maybe have, I'm going to give you a perspective. Let's just say it like that. I'll give you a perspective when I was when I was younger and now that I'm older, right? And you may say it has everything to do with maturity. That's not true. There are a lot of old fools out here, and if you haven't done the work, then you're gonna, if you were young and a young fool, you will be an old fool. You have to do the work, the inner work. And we'll talk about that maybe as I move through this video, right? So some of life's storms. Let me go to my notes so that I can stay on track. Because I'm going through storms of my own, you guys. I'm unemployed, over 50, injured. Yeah. I got some stuff going on too, so I'm not just talking out of the side of my neck, right? But I have learned that my family is my team, not my enemy, right? So when I was young, let's talk about, first of all, stressors, right? Let's talk about some examples again of hard times. SHTF in your life. Again, job loss, bills due, car breakdown, your home needs repairs, trying to figure out how you're going to pay for groceries, you can't find work, or you're underemployed, right? Some people are not unemployed, they're underemployed, and the math ain't math, and the money's just not able to, you're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. You're trying to squeeze that nickel to make it, make it do what it do, right? And that can lead to stress, right? So we're going to go into the effects. The effects of lifing and things happening in your life and going through storms is stress, mood swings, blaming, resentment. Let's see, what else do we have? Yelling, fighting, can lead to high blood pressure, fatigue, and cheating. Yeah, I had to add that one in there. Because couples turn against each other when lifing. And that's not the thing to do. We can't be yelling at our kids, sit down somewhere. If you have young kids and they're playing and doing what they normally do that wouldn't necessarily bother you in good times when your money was right, you're yelling at the kids, sit down somewhere, be quiet. I'm guilty. I've done it before when I was a young mom and my kids were yelling and screaming just playing loudly and doing what the kids do. I'm yelling, sit down, be quiet, sit down somewhere, like yelling and making everybody miserable because I'm miserable inside. And that's not what we want to do. We want to talk about solutions on, even when we're moody and we're feeling a type of way, how we keep our family intact, how we still love each other even when times get hard, right? And my situation, my car broke, my car needs a new battery. I got the battery, but it's not put in yet. I can't drive. I have a boot on my foot. I'm walking around with a cane. I can't move the way I want to. I don't like asking for help. That might seem like, oh, that's just minor stuff to you guys. But to me, it's not. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa with your life. So whatever you're going through in life, let's just figure out ways to de-stress, how to communicate with our family members, and just slow down. And some of the things that we can do to not tear our relationships apart, not tear our families apart, because sometimes things that you break cannot be repaired. You get what I'm saying? You have to throw it away. We don't want to get to that point, especially with our family members, with our loved ones. We don't want to just because we're going through something internally, just go through a level of destruction where we tear everything apart. And when we finally come out of the tough times, when we finally come out of the storm, you're looking around like, what happened? How did my marriage end up we're filing for divorce? How did my children end up estranged from me and don't want to have nothing to do with me? How did this happen, right? Because sometimes you could be going through so much in your own life, in your own mind, in your own head that you can ruin a lot of stuff. So let's talk about how not to break the family and how to stay together as a team. Okay? Some of the notes that I wrote down was we can practice, let's see. You can take a nap. You can postpone tough discussions or conversations that need to be had. You can postpone those until after you take a nap and you've had rest, right? Don't talk about tough topics when you're irritable or you haven't had enough sleep or you're tired. Take a nap first. You can take a shower. Take a shower to feel refreshed, or a bath, whatever your zhuzh is, right? And to feel refreshed, and then call the meeting or have the conversation. And it's not all just about you. You have to make sure that your spouse or your children are comfortable and are well rested. And it's about making sure everybody's well rested, everybody's comfortable, everybody's coming to agreement. Okay, now it's time to have this discussion. It makes a world of difference when trying to solve conflict or discuss hard topics, right? And then you could also, if you have a friend, or if you're the friend that calls, and you want to talk about, specifically if you have a friend, if you're going through storms in your life and you have a friend or a family member or whatever who wants to call and talk to you about what they're going through, or do an emotional dump, it's okay to say, hey, I can't right now. I'm going through my own mess, and I can't be there for you right now. I know in a perfect world we want to be there for everybody, but sometimes you just can't. And if you need to not answer the phone, don't answer the phone. If you don't feel like you can say, hey, I can't deal with what you got going on right now because I'm going through my own storm. I'm trying to keep my boat afloat, so to speak, right? It's okay to take the time for yourself and to not be the sounding board or the emotional pillow, the emotional cushion for somebody else, the emotional sounding board. It's okay to say, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Not right now. And if they're your real friend, then they'll understand and they'll figure out, or maybe you guys can talk about ways how to deal with whatever they got going on without them pushing it and putting it on you, because you reach your maximum level of foolery, right? It's okay. Let them deal with it on their own. And just let them know, I can be there for you at another time. Not right now. I'm trying to be there for myself. Okay? So we could take a walk. We can watch a movie. It could be by yourself, or it could be with the family. You could read a book to de-stress. You could, journal. What I like to do is I listen to music. I will get in my kitchen. I will turn on some music. Usually it's like some type of instrumental jazz music. You know, no words. I don't need music with words when I'm stormy inside, right? And I just get in my kitchen, I'll start cooking, or I'll start cleaning, or if all else fails, I'll take a shower and take a nap. And that usually does it for me, right? And be gentle with your spouse. You get what I'm saying? Understand that they may be going through their own storms. They may not even be talking about to you. And let your spouse know that if they are going through hard times, especially if it's the spouse that's unemployed, let them know that you're there for them. You understand what they're going through. Even if you don't, just let them know you'll try to understand. And not just the spouse that's unemployed. Let's talk about the spouse that's still working, the spouse that still has to get up and go out and face the world every day. Let's try not to be a big burden on them, because they have a lot on their shoulders now because the one spouse is not working. And then I think it's kind of messed up for you if you lost your job, be it the man or the woman, and you're going through whatever you're going through, trying to figure stuff out, to be upset with the spouse that is still working. Like, try not to stress them out. Let them, be their rock, be there for them, and understand that life is just it's not all about you, right? And what I do sometimes too, another one I think I might have mentioned, is practice, or maybe I didn't practice, hygiene and self-care. Self-care is a big thing. I actually wash my hair. It smells so good. I wash my hair. I took the time to just shut everything out after I made sure my family was good. I fed my family, and I said, this is going to be time for me. I washed my hair. I did an extra long treatment on my hair, conditioning treatment, and hygiene and self-care does a lot in boosting your mood, and it just goes a long way in helping me to feel better, is what I found. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to say that stick together. Families have to stick together and understand and overstand that the people and I'm not even talking about extended family. I'm talking about the people that are your team, the people that are right there in your home. They are not your enemy. You have to learn to communicate. If you have communication issues, figure that out. Work on that within yourself. But what you can't do is take out your frustrations on your family members. That will lead you to more life stresses and an even bigger storm in your life. The worst thing you could do right now, as if you are in a relationship or you're married, is to, because life happens, be it a job loss, maybe you both are still working, but the money's just not, inflation, the cost of everything is going up. The worst thing you can do is turn on each other, right? And most marriages, divorces happen because of financial money stuff, right? Well, if you weren't rich when you got married, you probably won't be rich throughout your marriage, especially when you start adding homes and bills and children into the mix, right? So we have to come down off our high horses and realize that teamwork makes the dream work, okay? If you weren't rich when you got married, and what the hell make you think that you're going to be rich through your marriage and through storms? That your husband and your wife is not your punching bag. They're not. Okay, so I guess my something happened with my camera, but at any rate, I'm going to end this video on this note. We have to remember that our family members, our immediate family members, the people that live in our households, the people that we are supposed to be going to bat with, the people that we're supposed to be working together with to weather all the storms of life, those are not our enemies. And I think it's a sad state of affairs when people don't come together. They let life and life's mess pull them apart. Husbands start cheating on wives. Wives start cheating on husbands. And I think that's unfortunate. I'm thankful that I've done the inner work. I've worked on myself. I've learned communication skills to help my family through tough times, situations, things that used to bother me. They don't bother me no more. It's just, I kind of like let it roll off my shoulders, because the worst thing that I can do as a mother, as a wife, as a friend is to add an extra burden on to the family members that I love and the person, the people that I'm supposed to be there for. So if you've done the self-work, you're the family member who's the rock, whatever, try to be there and guide your family members through life's storms. Some family members may fall by the wayside. If they can't work together as a team unit, then it's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not the spouses at battle in the home, because it affects everybody. It affects the children, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I hope that you guys got something from this video. I hope that you guys are able to manage life stresses. I hope that you guys are able to stick together. I hope you guys are able to be tough as nails and tough it out. As for me, I feel like I'm ready for whatever life has to throw at us, aside from illness. I don't think you can do anything without your health, but I just let a lot of stuff roll off my back. I'll share one thing with you guys before I go. I told my family that if things get so bad that we're not there right now, but you just never know with the cost of everything rising, the light bill, the gas bill. It seems like they just keep raising the prices, even though you're just doing the same things you've been doing. Like, you're not doing anything extra to raise your bills, right? I told my family that I don't really care if they turn off the gas. Let them turn it off. I don't care if they turn off the lights. let them turn it off. Like some of my family members like, wait, what the hell? Like, no, they, you know, they enjoy gaming and stuff like that in their free time, right? But I really don't care. I'm ready for whatever. Turn the lights off. I don't want the lights to go turned off, but I'll manage until we can get them turned back on. You have to have that type of mentality, that type of mindset, that type of grit in order to get through tough times in life. And I feel like I'm there. So if I come to the point where it's the light bill or the grocery bill, I say turn off the lights, because I'm not going to have my family starve. I'm not going to have my family go hungry so that we could pay the light bill. Find alternate ways to cook. Find alternate ways of lighting. They have candles, you know, they have lanterns, whatever. Find alternate ways so that way you're not so stressed out and turning against your family members when shit hits the fan. That's all I got to say, you guys. Learn alternate ways. Remember, your family's your teammate, not your enemies. Until next time, family. Peace. Now let me hobble myself over here and turn this camera off.